Hey everybody, this is Teslon for Drop Top Tees. I told you we'd do this video as soon as we got Itsy back from the shop. For the last 2.5 days, she's been at a place here in Mesquite called Joseph's Car Toy Shop. They do really good work. Highly recommend them if you're in this area and need some upgrades like this. But we wanted to upgrade our audio. We have a Classica, so we just have the stock sound system in it. We don't have the Bose. And so we have 6.5 coaxes in the doors. And because because we have the infotainment center, we have tweeters in the driver's side seat, but nothing in the passenger side seat. So especially when you get up to speed on the highway with the top down, you really lose a lot of your sound. It doesn't sound anywhere near as good as it should. You hear some high-end stuff, and yeah, that's my neighbor leaving right there. And you lose a lot of the mid and low sounds. So I wanted to upgrade the sound. The speakers that come stock are rated at 25 watts. And really when you have all the road noise, you have exhaust noise, it's just not enough to get over top the other noise, the ambient noise you're hearing from driving. So what we did was, got all these boxes here. Now we didn't know whether we were going to put them in the cubby hole or put it under the dash. They ended up putting it under the dash, right where the glove box would be. They have it tucked up underneath there. It's a DB Drive Neo M4 400 watt amplifier. And then to replace the speakers up front, we went with Ground Zero's 110 watt 6.5s two-way speakers. And I'll show you in a second where we put these. We added 2 additional speakers, 5.25s, because that's as big as we could put them, flat coaxes, rated at 100 watts. And those are also Ground Zeros. The reason we went with Ground Zero, because when I was talking to Joseph, I was talking to actually Joel, I told him what my goal was. And these Ground Zeros, number one, they're really big in the United States for subwoofers, but their other big strength is they're used a lot by people who ride motorcycles, to put them on motorcycles. And so he recommended going with those because that's the people who use them the most are people who are trying to overcome road noise. So he recommended going with those. So here's where we put them. In the cubby holes. They took and built custom inserts, mounted the speakers on them. They have some other stuff behind that to firm them all up a little bit. If I ever want to take these out, like say I sell the car, I want to go back to stock, I have the regular inserts. They haven't changed anything behind it to where I can take these out and put the original inserts back in. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but in case anybody ever does, you can. So these are about 4 times as powerful as the stock speakers were. And the next test will be, do they sound better at speed? And yes, they do. I'm not going to go down the highway with them right now, but I'll let you hear. I don't know how well it'll pick up on the GoPro. The only thing I'd consider doing maybe is adding a subwoofer, which they already told me I'd be able to add a subwoofer behind the passenger seat if I need to, if I feel the need to get more bass out of it. So we will now granted we're stopped right here. I picked this song on purpose because there's a good differentiation between the treble and the mid and the bass. You can hear how it all comes out. Obviously if we're traveling at speed, we're going to lose some of that mid-range and bass. I haven't played with the equalizer yet. I can adjust it a little bit through that, but I'm really happy with how they turned out. The speakers are out of the way. And there you go. It's an idea if you're looking to upgrade your stereo. Definitely consider putting speakers in the cubbyhole covers, because it works really well. It's out of the way. I've seen one other person do them and they had them bolted down from the outside. Your installer is going to do it however they feel is best, but it adds a lot of sound while you're driving down the highway. and it's just a good thing to consider if you have a classic or so. If you have the Bose system, you probably just replace the speakers that you already have because it's already wired for that. But I know there's a guy that there goes my other neighbor, same place, same house as the first guy that left. Their whole family's moving out tonight. I know there's a guy, I think down in the Houston area, that has just an ungodly amount of wattage in his amps. I think he has like a 1600 watt amplifier and a 3200 watt subwoofer, but he's building his car as a show car, so he has like the lights around the speakers and all that, making them look really cool. I'm not doing that. And when I was younger, my very first vehicle I had was a 1978 brand new Dodge Tradesman van. I completely customized myself and put in my own like super loud sound system because I was young, and that's what you do when you're young. And people could literally hear me coming before they could see me. And I just don't need that anymore. Like, I'm living in the neighborhood, got people I want to stay friends with. I don't want to come in at 3 in the morning and wake everybody up. And I don't really care if you can hear me coming from a mile away anymore, you know? It's like I have a wife, don't need to impress girls. So I'm just going with something that's going to sound good while I'm going down the highway. Highly recommend this idea. It's working out really well for me. Have a good day.